Have you ever felt like life is passing you by? Like you're stuck in the same routine? Life's colors faded? Shift reality with your mind. Meet Vadim Zeland, a Russian born in 1966. Zeland wasn't your typical guru. He was a physicist, a scientist. Life's a movie. You're the director. Think about it. Your thoughts, your emotions, your intentions, they already shape your world. What you focus on grows. Surf life's waves. Don't drown. No more struggling to keep up. Transurfing is about staying calm, staying focused, and riding the waves with ease. Zeland, scientist, physics principles, reality creation. Awaken daily with purpose, excitement. Reality shifts when joy leads the way. Then even the weird starts to make sense. Did you know your brain changes every time you think? Neuroscience shows our thoughts shape our future. Want more? Direct your own movie. Science shows that your intentions influence reality. This isn't magic. This is physics. Quantum physics is freaky. We'll teach you how to start applying this. Get ready to see the world differently. If this interests you, like and subscribe to shift your reality, starting today.
Do you ever feel like life is just happening to you? Like you're stuck in a movie you didn't choose, playing a role you didn't audition for? Well, what if I told you? You're not stuck. You're not powerless. You're just holding the wrong remote. Welcome to episode 2. What is reality made of? Today we dive into Vadim Zeland's core teaching, a strange and fascinating idea he calls the space of variations. Sounds mysterious, right? But don't worry. We're going to make it as clear as daylight. So, what is this space of variations? Imagine reality is like a giant cosmic Netflix. Every possible version of your life already exists, like shows waiting to be watched. Happy you, sad you, rich you, confused you. It's all in there. You don't create your future. You select it, just like picking a channel. This idea isn't just some spiritual fluff. It's actually inspired by quantum physics. Science time. Remember this word, superposition. In quantum physics, it means a particle can exist in many states at once, until it's observed. Once you look, boom, it chooses a state. Zeland says our lives work the same way. Every version of your reality is already out there. You just haven't observed the one you want with enough focus and emotion. So, who's holding the remote? You are. Your thoughts, emotions, and intentions are the buttons. But most of us are on autoplay. We keep watching reruns of the same life, same job, same struggle, same loop. Zeland's message? Stop reacting to the screen. Start choosing the scene. Here's where it gets juicy. To move to a new life track, you don't need to fight the old one. You just stop feeding it attention, and you tune into the life you prefer, mentally, emotionally, and energetically. Zeland calls this transurfing. You're not forcing, you're surfing, gliding to the version of life that already exists in the space of variations. Still sound woo-woo? Okay, quick example. You wake up late, spill your coffee, stub your toe. You say, ugh, it's going to be one of those days. Congratulations, you just selected a bad channel. But what if instead you pause and say, nope, not today. I'm switching tracks. You smile, breathe, change your energy. Within minutes, your day shifts. It's not magic. It's physics meets focus. You're not here to build reality from scratch. You're here to tune into the version that already feels right. It's not about struggle. It's about selection. Think of life like a giant buffet. The food is already there. You just have to pick what you want to eat. Coming up in episode 3, we'll meet the sneaky little energy vampires trying to keep you stuck in the same old loops. They're called pendulums, and once you see them, you can't unsee them. So hit subscribe, and let's transurf the heck out of this reality. Have you ever felt like your life is on repeat? Same patterns, same outcomes, almost like you're trapped in a movie that someone else wrote? Vadim Zeland says that's because, in a way, you are. According to his theory, reality isn't just one single path. It's a vast field filled with every possible version of your life. He calls it the space of variations. Each version, a lifeline. And each lifeline plays out like a different movie, with its own setting, characters, and outcomes. The life you're living right now, it's just the one you've tuned into with your thoughts, emotions, and expectations. If you keep replaying negative beliefs or patterns, you stay locked on a lifeline that reflects those back to you. So how do you break out? Zeland introduces the idea of the alternatives flow. It's the natural current of life that carries you to better outcomes, but only if you stop trying to force everything and start letting go of control. This isn't about giving up. It's about shifting your energy away from fear, worry, and resistance, and letting your inner calm realign you to a better version of life. Real change starts when you stop fighting the script and start flowing into the one you were meant to live. You're not stuck. You're just tuned into the wrong frequency. And the best part? You can shift anytime, just by choosing different thoughts, different actions, and most importantly, a different feeling inside. That's where your real power is. Not in rewriting the world, but in tuning into the version where it already works. Have you ever walked into a room and immediately felt weird? Like your mood shifted for no reason? Suddenly you're irritated, anxious, angry, and you don't even know why. That, my friend, might not be you. It might be a pendulum. Let's break it down. Not the swinging clock kind. Vadim Zeland uses the word pendulum to describe something far more subtle and powerful. A pendulum is any invisible energy force that feeds off your attention. Sounds dramatic, but hear me out. Every time a bunch of people think or feel the same thing, that energy joins together and creates a kind of wave, a collective vibe. Politics, outrage, drama, fear, gossip at work, even sports rivalries, they all become pendulums, invisible forces trying to get you hooked. But why would they do that? Because they feed on your energy. Just like a social media post that thrives on likes, shares, and rage clicks, pendulums want your reaction. They want you mad, addicted, engaged. Because when you react, you're no longer choosing reality. You're dancing to their tune. How do you know you're caught? Here's a clue. If something drains you, if it makes you feel powerless, if it hijacks your emotions, it's probably a pendulum. Arguments online, toxic news cycles, even endless overthinking about stuff that doesn't matter. Yep, pendulums. So what can you do? This is the cool part. You don't need to fight a pendulum. In fact, that makes it stronger. Because attention, even negative, feeds it. Instead, you ignore it. You become aware of it. You say, "Oh, you again." Not today. That moment of awareness breaks the spell. Here's what Zeland says. Don't fight the storm. Step aside and let it pass. Pendulums only have power if you swing with them. So stand still, breathe, and choose your own frequency. You don't have to get pulled into every drama. You don't have to prove your point in every argument. You don't have to save the world from bad tweets. Your peace is your power. And sometimes the bravest thing you can do is walk away with a smile. Next, we're diving into your secret weapon, the heart and mind coordination. It's like GPS for your soul, and most people never turn it on. So stick around, hit that like button, and keep your energy where it belongs with you. Have you ever pushed so hard for something, only to watch it slip further away? Yeah, we've all been there. Vadim Zeland calls this excess potential. It's when your emotions around something become so intense, fear, desperation, or even obsession, that it throws the world off balance. Think of it like this. When you force reality, reality pushes back. It's like tug of war with the universe. The harder you pull, the more resistance you get. But there's another way, a smarter way. Zeland says, use intention, not force. Intention is quiet, steady power. It's not begging. It's not hoping. It's deciding. Not, I wish this would happen, but I choose this. That shift, from wanna choose creates real momentum. Because now you're not chasing the outcome, you're aligning with it. And here's the science behind it. Quantum physics tells us particles exist in many states at once until observation collapses them into one. Your focused intention, that's the observation. When you hold a clear, calm inner picture without over-attaching or overreacting, you influence which version of reality locks in. It's not magic, it's precision. So stop trying to force your dreams. Choose them, calmly, clearly, then start acting like they're already on their way. Because when your energy becomes a match for the life you want, that life starts moving toward you. No tug of war needed. Ever notice how the things you want the most seem to run away from you? Vadim Zeland calls this the problem of importance. When you place something on a pedestal, a job, a person, a goal, you create tension. You make it special, unreachable, everything. And the universe? It doesn't like that imbalance. Nature seeks harmony. So when your inner world gets too intense, outer reality tries to restore balance, often by pushing the thing away. It's like clutching sand. The tighter your grip, the faster it slips through your fingers. But when you release that importance, things flow. Zeland teaches us to reduce excess meaning, not by giving up, but by calming down. Want that dream house? Great. But don't act like life is over if it takes a little longer. Want love? Of course. But don't hand your peace over to someone else's attention. This isn't apathy. It's freedom. It's detaching your self-worth from the outcome. And when you do that, something amazing happens. You become magnetic. You stop chasing. And what you once chased starts chasing you. So lower the pressure. Drop the pedestal. Stop trying to prove. The moment you stop making it everything, you open the space for it to come in. Calm energy creates powerful shifts. And that's the real flex. AKA, why clutching at life makes it slippery. Let me ask you something. Have you ever tried really hard to make something happen? And the harder you tried, the further away it seemed to slip? Yeah, that. Vadim Zeland has a name for this. Excess potential. It's what happens when your inner pressure builds so high. The world around you snaps back just to balance it out. Nature doesn't like extremes. So when you grip too tightly to outcomes, people, goals, reality pushes back. Letting go is not giving up. Now, before your brain says, wait, am I supposed to just sit on the couch and vibe? No. Surrender isn't laziness. It's clarity. It means you do your part, then release the grip. You plant the seed. You water it. But you don't yank it out of the ground every 5 minutes to see if it's growing. But why does this work? Here's the cool part. Quantum theory shows that particles exist in a cloud of possibilities. They only collapse into reality when observed with focus. But if that focus comes with desperation or fear, you collapse the wrong outcome. Letting go clears the static. It softens the obsession. It tells the universe, I trust the flow. Let's go. Try this. Set an intention. Say it clearly in your mind. I choose this path. I don't chase it. I align with it. Then drop the emotional weight around it. Not because you don't care, but because you already know it's yours. That's power. Quiet. Precise. Unshakable. Here's the truth. Control is an illusion. And the tighter you hold it, the more life slips through your fingers. But when you release the grip, you give reality room to rise and meet you. So breathe, trust, loosen your hold, and watch everything fall into place. In episode 9, we'll unlock the secret of outer intention, the strange force that moves reality for you once you step out of the way. You're not chasing life, you're dancing with it. Let's keep gliding. Have you ever said, I want this so bad, but deep down, some part of you whispers, yeah, right, That's never gonna happen. That, my friend, is a misalignment. And according to Vadim Zeland, it's why most manifestations don't land. You're saying one thing with your head, but your heart is broadcasting another frequency entirely. It's like typing a destination into your GPS, but driving in the opposite direction. What is heart and mind coordination? Zeland calls this your inner alignment. When your thoughts, the mind, and your feelings, the heart, are in sync. Most people live with constant inner conflict. I want more money, but I feel unworthy. I want love, but I'm scared I'll get hurt. That emotional static sends mixed signals into the space of variations. And guess what you tune into? The mismatch, not the dream. Heart-mind coherence is real. The HeartMath Institute has measured it. When your heartbeat and brainwaves are aligned, you enter a state where creativity spikes, intuition sharpens, and stress drops. Zeland didn't pull this out of thin air. He's just wrapping it in metaphysics with a Russian accent. Here's the magic move. Stop thinking about the outcome. Start feeling it as if it's already real. Not desperate hope. Not fake it till you make it. Actual resonance. Close your eyes and breathe into the version of you who already has what you want. What does it feel like? Hold that. That's the signal that shifts reality. Your heart is the compass. Your mind is the map. And when they finally agree on the destination, reality responds. So don't just think your dream. Feel it. Love it. Trust it. Then walk like it's already yours. Ready for the next level? In episode 8, we're talking about the frail illusion of control and why letting go is the strongest move you'll ever make. You're not falling behind. You're syncing up. Let's keep going. Have you ever felt like you're forcing life forward, but it's dragging you back like wet cement? Here's the twist Vadim Zeland offers. You're not supposed to push life. You're supposed to let it push you. Wait, what? He calls it outer intention, a mysterious force that helps shape reality on your behalf. What is outer intention? There are two kinds of intention. Inner intention, the grind, the hustle, the I'll make this happen vibe. Outer intention, the calm certainty that life is already aligning with you. Outer intention is like sailing. You don't move the ocean. You adjust your sail and let the wind do the work. How does it work? Your thoughts and feelings don't just bounce around in your head. They ripple out. Like signals, outer intention uses those signals to attract circumstances, people, ideas, everything you need. But only if you're not constantly gripping the wheel with panic. The trick? Visualize your ideal outcome as already real. Feel the version of you already there. And then, let it go. No chasing, no begging, just confident alignment. Remember, reality isn't something you drag forward. It's a living mirror. And once you stop staring at the cracks and start projecting the whole picture, it reflects that back to you. Outer intention moves when you move differently inside. So now you've seen behind the curtain. You're not a background character anymore. You're the writer, the lead, the director. Your life isn't happening to you. It's being selected by you. What have you learned? Reality is a buffet. Pick what you want. Pendulums feed off your energy, so starve them. Struggle is optional. Flow is powerful. Your calm intention is magnetic. Letting go opens doors. Outer intention is real, and it's listening. And maybe the biggest lesson? You don't need to fight for the life you want. You just need to tune into it. One final thought. Most people live life like they're stuck in someone else's movie. But you're picking your scenes. You're stepping out of the noise. You're surfing timelines with focus, joy, and purpose. Vadim Zeland doesn't hand you the answers. He hands you the remote. Now it's in your hands. So the only question left is, what reality will you choose next? Until next time,